Let's eat Kubba Bil Siniya. I'm so excited. This is honestly one of my favorites. And I'm sure it's even more delicious coming from your hands.
Oh, for sure.
I should eat it. It has been such an honor. I'm so honored to be in your home and for you to teach me some of your amazing cooking dishes. I had the best time learning from you, and I'm so excited to go home and try it.
Everybody loves you.
Thank you.
All the young ones and the older ones, they all watch you, and you are really an inspiration.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for having me. I'm so excited to be here.
98 to 90, 99, as much as you can get lean meat. For the paste, I make a special blend. Because you'll be cooking the same thing over and over and over.
You have so many big portions.
And then you have to make small
Exactly.
amounts, so it's not fun.
It's not.
Cooking for
people.
For crowd, it's mix it, really good, and let it cook completely.
Okay.
Before. This one, it's like it's only burgle because other kinds of kibbie, like we use food processor to make it even more smooth. But for this one, you don't need to. And the kind of meat, that's why you use the lean meat. This is the one that helps the paste to get together to make it smooth. Flatten it a little bit and then make it so many people might just do this, in the tray.
Okay.
But it's never comes like even anybody that cooks this much, that means they like to have right? So now this filling is nice and cold. It has to be. You don't have to make it the same way. Leave it in the fridge until we add it. So
I really love kibbie.
yeah.
I love that. And I really like kebabs.
Honestly, our food is easy to make. It's not that complicated.
Yes.
And from simple ingredients, you can make a nice and delicious, meal. So because we use a lot of spices and the seasoning and
So much flavor.
So much flavor. So that's why it's like you could never go wrong with any of the recipes. Corner to corner, and then go. So you wanna cut them? But this will be ideal size because people like this. They'll go back for second.
It's so delicious.
They'll go back for second. Yeah. You perfect everything. You make pacha, this is nothing. You make dolma, this is nothing.
This is way easier.
This is way easier. A grease the tray again,
So
because you want it to be crispy on the bottom too. So that's kind of important. But you could use oil, you could use butter, anything. That's gonna make it. See, many people at this point, they will like cover it really good and then put it in the freezer. It makes me so happy when I see young boys like you cooking and making home food. Welcome to my kitchen. Today I have very, very special guests. I have Kieresten from Nashville here. I'm very excited to meet you in person.
I'm so excited.
And I'm very excited and honored for you to be in my kitchen because I heard a lot about you and I watch all your shows. Kieresten is really she inspires me so much because she cooks our food, more than our girls cook our food, honestly. I watch all her shows and she does a beautiful job, honestly, making all these recipes. You do such a good job. And for sure, she's visiting Michigan and we talked and then she wanted us to make this recipe together, which is Kubba Bil Siniya. And I'm so happy to show you step by step how to make it and maybe hands-on. You can just work with me here, and I'm sure you're gonna love it. I thank you so much for coming and welcome to Michigan. And everybody loves you.
Thank you.
All the young ones and the older ones, they all watch you, and you are really an inspiration.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for having me. I'm so excited to be here. I fell in love with the culture. I think it's so special, and I think a lot of people have lost the old school values, and they're so important to me. And so to connect through food and love and cooking, I have a passion for it, and I'm so thankful for you to have me here.
Yeah, and I like not only the cooking part that you do, I like how you like our traditions. Like you go to the wedding and you dance and you the cutest one that I like the most is like they call their son, the mom calls her son or her daughter mom. And then the dad, like you've said that before, right?
Yes.
Or then the dad will say, you know, Baba or something. It's like, you know, these little things that you picked from us that we take it for granted. We don't even think about it. But like, you know, when you say it, you say, yeah, that's kind of cute.
It's
you
so
know,
cute.
it's nice. You know, so I'm really glad, you know, you like our culture.
I love
and
it.
You know. For sure, we have very rich culture, and you know,
Yes.
and we love people, and of course, you as an American, we welcome you.
Thank
I'm
you.
sure you come to Michigan, you are welcome in every single household.
Thank you.
All right. All right. So we're going to start making the recipe. It's
Perfect.
really not that hard to make, and you know, you picked really a nice one. First of all, there's only few ingredients, and second of all, it's really doesn't take that much to make, and it's so, you know, like it's nice if you have company. You know, like they'll think you probably spent 4 or 5 hours making it, but it doesn't really take that long. So the ingredients are only, I have burgle that I soaked for about half an hour. 40 minutes if you want, and I have lean meat. It has to be like almost 98 to 90,
Perfect.
you know, 99, as much as you can get lean meat. And then for the dough I make, or for the paste, I make a special blend of spices. Is different than the one we can use for the filling.
Okay.
So it's a blend of paprika, red pepper, cumin, and black pepper, and a little bit of nutmeg.
Okay.
It gives it very, very nice, you know, taste, and even it adds more color to the kibbie. And then the filling is very easy. We use this one is like finely ground meat, and this one is like coarsely ground, almost like chili.
Yes.
You know, the one used for chili, that kind of. And then chopped onion, and then baharat, and then salt. And I know you like to use all the spices, and I made you special blend of baharat that you know you can you know try and see if you like it. I'll send you some more to Nashville, or when you come here, I'll
come back and visit.
Yes, of course, yeah. Okay, so we're gonna start with the recipe now. So now we're gonna make the filling. So I have some oil here. I heat it up. We'll add the coarsely ground meat. Saute until it's just brown. Okay. You don't want to cook it all the way. Like maybe 50-60%, no more than that. Okay.
So I definitely make dinner every single night. Sometimes on the weekends we go out to dinner. But I'll wake up early. I wake up very, very early.
Me too.
No alarm. I'm up at like
Me too. I have built-in
6.
alarm.
I have a built-in alarm as well. I go to the gym, go to the grocery store. Get all my ingredients. I go to the grocery store every day, so I don't.
I like to buy fresh.
I like to buy fresh,
especially meat and chicken. It has to be fresh.
Exactly. So I'll come home. I'll start cooking pretty much all day, and I do real estate for work. So I'll do
there you
some
go.
work in between, and
so you're flexible.
I'm flexible.
You know, kind of job. You can do it.
Exactly. Yeah. Flexible.
Honestly, cooking is like a therapy. You know, I mean,
it is.
Honestly,
It really is.
It is. I mean, besides, you know, like eating good food,
right?
It is, you know,
it relaxes me.
It relaxes, yeah.
It relaxes
it does to me. I know, I love it.
And I enjoy cooking for people.
Yes, that's the main thing. You know, like, you know, you can. If you cook only for yourself,
it's not fun.
It's not fun, you know. Because you'll be cooking the same thing over and over and over.
You have so many big portions
and then you
left.
have to make small amounts, so it's not fun.
It's not.
Cooking for
people.
For a crowd, it's a lot of fun. I love it when I have company coming over. I'm more excited than them.
Yeah, me too. Me too.
Yeah. So this is good. You see how much liquid, you know, that the meat release. You don't want to really cook it until, you know, all this evaporate. It will be drying. So I transfer it to a colander like this, and then in the same skillet I will add a little bit more oil, and then I will add the chopped onion. Just saute until soft. You don't want to really caramelize it or anything. You don't have to. And you could add more onions, less.
Okay.
However you want. I like more onion in the filling. It gives you, you know, like a lot of things. We add the baharat and the salt. Mix. Anytime you're like, you know, you saute it with the baharat. The baharat release a lot of flavor when you do that. So I like to do this. And then I will transfer this back. Mix. Just stir for a minute or so, and it's ready.
Wow.
So easy. And you could use, you see, I make this for my daughter. She makes eggs, you know, for the kids. Yeah. So I make her some, and she'll have it in the freezer, and you know, take some. And the kids call it steak even.
Yeah.
So, and you could use it for so many things. It's good like with eggs. It's good as a sandwich. So you mix it really good, and let it cool completely before. So you can make it a couple hours before or a night before. You can leave it in the fridge.
Completely cool.
Completely cool. Has to be, yeah. All right. So here I have the lean meat, the finely ground meat here, the lean one. And I soaked the burgle for about 40 minutes. 20 to 30 minutes is ideal, you know, so that's good enough. So I will take handfuls of it. We really need to squeeze out all the water from it. We can't,
you don't want the water.
We don't want the water because we might not even, when we mix it, we might need few drops, you know, of water as needed. Okay. We'll add it as needed, but most of the time you don't, because the burgle absorbed enough water for us to make the paste. Okay. Yeah. And to this, I will add the salt and the spices, the Kubba spices that we
special
need.
mix.
Yes. And we'll mix until we get a nice smooth paste. We don't even need to use machine.
I was going to ask, so yeah. Some people put it in the machine?
You don't need to, honestly, because this one, it's like, it's only burgle, because other kinds of kibbie, we might be mixing other things besides burgle in it. So it needs to be more, you know, like we use food processor to make it even more smooth. But for this one, you don't need to. I mean, you can, if you don't want to do this by hand, you know, if you think it's hard, you could use the food processor. Yeah, but it's really doesn't take that long. And the kind of meat, that's why you use the lean meat. This is the one that helps the paste to get together to make it smooth. If you put any, you know, like any kind of meat that has more fat in it, it's not going to hold like this. Okay. So that's why, that's super another reason. It's not only because we want to eat lean meat, you want the paste to be like nice, and it cooks better when it's like that. So you see how nice you see the paste is? You don't even need to use any machines or anything. So this is ready. Here I have a bag that I opened. Of course, this is good for food. You don't just use any bag. Some people do, which I don't agree. And so I open the bag like that, put some ice water. I will divide this mixture into 2 portions. Because we're doing the big tray, if you were doing like smaller ones, you might be able to divide it into 4 portions. Okay. 2 per each tray. If your tray was smaller, sometimes I use the round ones. Sometimes I have smaller one for this. But this one I need it for, you know, I have like a lot of people to feed, so it should be good enough. So you just like flatten it a little bit and then make it so many people might just do this, you know, in the tray. Okay. But you know, it's never comes like evenly thin, and you know, like put it there, it's all like the same thickness. So all what you have to do, it's very easy, and why not? You don't want to you know, do all that work for nothing.
This is a good hack. I like it.
Yeah, it's really, I mean, like a lot of things, you know, I use this method, you know, to roll it out if I'm doing anything. It could be making for pastries or any other things. So Kieresten, tell us something about you, please. I mean, like a lot of people know you, and like a lot of people watch you, honestly. I mean, like all ages. But, you know, for the ones who, you know, still want to know more about you, tell us, so how were you introduced to our food, and why do you like our food, and you enjoy it so much? I see that.
I enjoy it so much. So I'm from Indiana, from a super small town. I grew up around pretty much all Americans, and later in life, I met Amanda, my best friend. She's Chaldean, she lives in Michigan, and I would come around to her family, and they would offer me, hey, try this, And I tried it, and I didn't know what 7 spice was.
Yeah.
And I fell in love. I'm like, what is this? This
Isn't it?
tastes
It's like magic.
amazing.
Yeah.
So I just tried all the foods, and then I got to see firsthand their culture, and it was so special. And last Christmas I came to visit her, and she had calecha at her house.
Yeah. Was it the first time in Michigan?
No.
Oh, okay.
I've known her for about 5 years.
Oh, yeah.
So I'd come to Michigan, visit her family.
Yeah.
And I tried calecha on camera, and it was so delicious. And it was her idea. She said, you know, you should post this.
Yeah.
I've never been exposed to it. So it's so different for me.
So it was first time for you posting our food?
Yes, first time posting the food.
Yeah.
And the video did really well. And then I went back to Nashville where I live.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I'm never going to get this again. How am I going to get Middle Eastern food? I love it. Now I'm addicted. And so I just started learning recipes from you on YouTube and TikTok. And I would text my best friend asking her for some of her mom's recipes and stuff. But I learned a lot from you. And so when I had the opportunity to come to your house, I was so excited.
Oh, I'm so excited too. I mean, to meet you in person. I know we talked before. So I'm going to take this and just transfer it with the plastic. Make it so easy. Just like that. You see how easy? So it doesn't...
Yeah, so easy.
So easy. And again, you have to go and make sure it's nicely separate on the tray. You know, just like can I even it on this will be, you know, like nice and thin, you know. I mean, many people might be using, for this recipe, they might be using smaller baking tray.
Okay.
But so, if you like it thick.
Okay.
But it's not that
I
good
like
when it's thick.
It's better thin.
Thinner is better. Yeah. But you know, if you like more paste, you can use smaller tray, and it will be a little bit thicker.
Okay.
You know, some people might like that, so you could do that. You could use even Pyrex glass baking or porcelain or anything. It doesn't matter. It cooks the same way. So when you have gathering, do you make some of our food? Do people love it too?
Yes, I make it all the time.
Yeah.
I've been cooking probably 2 to 3 recipes 7 days a week.
Wow.
For the past month or 2.
Busy.
But I love it. I love going to the grocery store. It's so much fun for me, and I love to host. So
that's nice. I know. I can tell. I mean, you love to host. Anybody that cooks this much, that means they like to host, right? So now this filling is nice and cold. It has to be cold. You can even make it a day before.
Okay.
You don't have to make it the same day. Leave it in the fridge until we are ready. So this whole thing is gonna go on top of the first layer. And again, you will just spread it evenly.
It smells so good.
It's the spices from the paste and then the Bharat in the filling. It smells really good.
So Bharat.
Bharat, that means 7 spices.
Okay.
Yeah, 7 spices. Yeah. Like I said, I gave you a jar to try.
Thank you.
I make my own blend, which is like, you know, at least I know what I'm putting in it, and it's always. And I don't like to make a lot because you want it to be fresh all the time. So, okay, now we will do the same thing So since you have so many Korean friends here, are you planning to move to Michigan? Maybe?
I honestly love Michigan.
We will welcome you.
I love it so much.
People will love to have you here.
Maybe one day. We'll see what God has in store.
Yes.
My favorite, all-time favorite is dolma.
I know you like dolma. I know you talk about dolma a lot.
I love dolma.
Yeah.
I really love kibbie.
Yeah.
I love that. And I really like kebabs.
I know you. I like how brave you are and you try all the food. I saw you in one of your episodes that you were trying like raw ground meat, raw kafta. I said, oh my goodness, she's so brave. I mean, even our people would like to try that.
I'll try anything once.
That's good.
Life's short.
Yeah. No, but that's good. I mean, you know.
You don't have to eat it again.
You don't have to eat it again. Yeah. It doesn't hurt.
You know, I try to eat as healthy and clean as possible, so I'll throw together like a tabbouleh salad or any kind of fresh vegetables with anything sour, a lot of lemon juice, olive oil, and then I'll make kebabs for lunch. I'll pop them in the air fryer, healthy seasoning.
There you go.
Mix it together.
And honestly, our food is easy to make. It's not that complicated.
Yes.
And then from simple ingredients, you can make a nice and delicious, meal. So, because we use a lot of spices and, the seasoning.
It's so much flavor.
So much flavor. So that's why it's like you could never go wrong with any of the recipes. Okay, so now we will do the same thing. We will transfer this.
That's perfect.
Perfect. And now we will seal both layers
Okay.
with the meat inside to make sure everything is always wet your hand with ice water. We use ice water because it's raw meat. We want to make sure it's
Doesn't make it.
just for safety too, If it's too hot, you don't want it. So now, I think we're going to cut it into diamond shapes.
Yeah,
So you want
let's do
squares,
diamond shape.
diamonds? Okay. So usually, you can start in the middle, and then
Corner to corner.
corner to corner, and then go few lines on each side, depending on, the size that you want to cut them. But this will be ideal size because people love this. They'll go back for second.
It's so delicious.
They'll go back for second for sure.
Straight down.
Straight down to create the diamond shape.
It looks so good already.
Yeah. Many people might eat it
I was gonna
raw
say,
like
maybe,
this.
yeah.
Many people might do that. Because it's almost the ingredient of kibbie.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah. Okay. And then we'll brush it with whatever. You could use olive oil, you could use butter, you could use shortening, anything you want.
Okay.
So, that will make the top crispy and it will cook evenly. So yeah, we melted the shortening or the towels because it's easier to brush, So we don't want to screw the cutting the diamond shapes,
And
They
this
look
just helps.
nicer. Yeah, they look nicer like that.
And this just helps to get it crispy.
Yeah, it does. You have to do this part. Otherwise, because it's only burgle and the meat doesn't have any fat in it.
So you need to add.
So you have to do this step. Yeah. And then when before we started, we had to do the tray. Grease the tray again because you want it to be crispy on the bottom too. So that's kind of important. Yeah. But you could use oil, you could use butter, anything that's going to make it, crispy. See, many people at this point, they will cover it real good and then put it in the freezer.
In the freezer at this point?
Yeah, and they'll cook it, another time when they need it.
Okay.
Yeah. And you don't even have to defrost it. You just take it from the freezer to the oven.
Oh, perfect. Okay.
You don't
So they
even
prep
have. Yeah, you don't even have to do that. But even like if it's a lot, sometimes this is maybe a lot for a small family. So you can also freeze the cooked one.
Okay.
So you could do either
way.
Yeah. So now I preheated the oven to 350
Okay.
degrees. We'll bake it. Remember how thin we made it. And the filling is already cooked.
Okay.
So it doesn't take more than 20 to 25 minutes.
Just to cook it?
So just
Make
to
it a little
cook it,
crispy.
and that's what 30 minutes the most.
Perfect.
Yes. All right. Okay, so this is going in the oven to cook for 25 to 30 minutes, 350 degrees. And we did Kubba Bil Siniya today with my special guest, Kieresten, who's from Nashville. Okay, Kieresten, I really thank you so much, and I hope you enjoy making it.
I have the best time.
It's really not that difficult.
No, it's not.
I know you request that we make this, and hopefully next time we'll make other things. Just let me know what when you are in town. So glad that you are here, and so glad you're enjoying your stay here.
Yes.
I see that you're visiting so many places and shopping a lot.
All of it.
And all food. I
food,
see.
I'm so full.
That's okay. That's the fun part.
It is fun.
Coming to Michigan, it's always fun. So thank you so much, and I really enjoy watching you making all this food, and keep doing it.
I will.
And you are really an inspiration.
Thank you.
So like I said, and you do such a good job. And you know, it makes me so happy when I see young girls like you cooking and making home food.
Yes.
So it's really nice, you know. And hopefully, when you have family later on, you will be feeding your
I'll be
kids.
feeding them all your guys' food, for sure.
I'm sure. Okay. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Today's show we made Kubba Bil Siniya. Of course, that was Kieresten's request, and hope you love it and enjoy it. Go ahead and try it and let us know.
Let's eat Kubba Bil Siniya. I'm so excited. This is honestly one of my favorites.
I'm glad.
And I'm sure it's even more delicious coming from your hands.
Oh, for sure. It's good. I'm really glad. So you'll be making it, I'm sure. You'll be making it. I know. You see how thin the layers are?
So delicious.
It's all about, you know, like a portion size, you know, and the size of the tray. You don't want to make it too thick.
This is perfection.
Yes. Great.
So good. I love it.
Great. Awafi.
Awafi.
You know what that is? Awafi?
Enjoy.
Yeah. No, I mean, that means you eat it with health. Yeah. So like, you know.
Good health.
Yeah, good health.
Good
yeah.
health.
And of course, you know, with it, you know, we always serve amba, torshi, olives, and some vegetables.
I love it.
So
thank you so much.
Of course, anytime. Thank you
Thank
for
you.
coming.
Thank you so much for having me. I had the best time learning from you, and I'm so excited to go home and try it. I'm so thankful. Asha idich.
Awafi habibi, anytime.
you.
Anytime you are here, come over, we'll cook together, and I'll make you any recipe you want.
Thank you so much.
All right,
Thank
you're
you, thank
welcome.
you.
And here is few things, you know, you can take with you as gift. You know, I'm sure in Nashville you don't have that many Middle Eastern grocery stores. So I made you some Bahaarat, I made you some curry, I made you vanilla extract.
Wow, oh my goodness.
And then Bahaarat for making lentil soup, it's really good.
Yum.
And then the Bahaarat of Kubba that we made today, also a blend.
Thank you.
And there is a tahini, homemade tahini.
Yum.
And then amba, I know you like amba.
Yes.
And pomegranate molasses.
Oh my goodness,
made
thank
from
you so
scratch.
much.
You're welcome. These are things to take with you, and copies of my books.
Oh my goodness.
I have another book which is in Arabic, but of course you
Yeah,
don't need Arabic.
yeah,
I don't think you need it. So this one has all Middle Eastern recipes,
Okay.
and this one is all baking and desserts.
I'm so excited.
Yes, so
Thank you.
Hope you enjoy it.
Yes,
all right?
thank you so
again.
much.
And we hope to see you next time.
I'll be back for
enjoy,
sure.
Enjoy the rest of the time
Thank you
in
so much.
Michigan. And we are very happy that you are here and visiting everyone.
Thank you so much.
All right.
Thank you.
You're welcome.